This question says, given this polynomial here, we need to find all the zeros if we are given a single zero. In this case, it's going to be x equals 2. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to use some synthetic division. We're going to divide by 2 with this synthetically. We're going to probably end up with another polynomial that we'll probably have to factor or use the quadratic equation on, and then we can find all the zeros after that. So let's try it here. I'm going to kind of divide by this 2. So we're going to put it outside. Remember, we're dividing synthetically, so it's an upside down compared to normal division, upside down bracket here. And I'm going to have 8, -6, I'm using the coefficients, -23, and 6. Now I need to be a little careful here. First off, am I missing any exponents? No, it goes 3, 2, 1, none. So that's good. If I was missing any, I'd have to fill one of those in with a 0, but I think I'm okay here. All right, divide this synthetically. So we're going to bring down our 8. 8 times 2, that is 16. -6 plus 16 is a positive 10. 10 times 2 is 20. -23 plus 20 is -3, and -3 times 2 does in fact give us our -6, and so therefore I would end up with a remainder of 0. Remember, this goes remainder, my constant term, my number, I guess I could say, the x and the x squared. So what I'm left with is 8x squared plus 10x minus 3, I'm going to say equals 0 because we're trying to find all of our zeros. So can this thing be, let's see, can it be factored? We have -24 if I multiply my a times my c, and then 10. And yes, I think I can. If you learned how to factor a different way, I always multiply my a term times my c term. And then I put the b term down here. I need two numbers that multiply to be the a times c and add to be the b. What I mean by that is 8 times -3 is -24. And my b term is 10. Two numbers that multiply to be -24 and add to be 10, I think are going to be a positive 12 and a -2. Multiply to be -24, add to be positive 10. So then I can split my b term with those two numbers. Instead of 10x, I'm going to say this is 12x minus 2x. That's the same thing as my 10x. I'm going to bring down my a term and my c term. And then I have 4, so I can factor this by grouping. All right, let's group together the first two and the last two. I can take a 4x out of this, leaving me with 2x plus 3. And in order to take a 2x plus 3 out of this, or to be left with that, I have to take out, I should say, a -1. And that's going to give me, yes, 2x plus 3. So because those match up, I can take my outside numbers there, 4x minus 1, and my insides, 2x plus 3, still set equal to 0. And if I were to set this equal to 0, I'll just do it real quick for you. 4x minus 1 equals 0. I would add 1 over and divide by 4. So this 0 is going to end up as x equals, you know what, make sure this is in frame. Come over here. X equals 1/4. This one right here, if I set this equal to 0, I would subtract 3 and divide by 2. So it's going to be x equals -3/2. But I said at the beginning of this that I need 3 zeros. So what's the third one? Where do I find it? Remember, they gave us one at the very beginning, x equals 2. So you can keep that as one of the zeros as well. Now I have 1, 2, 3, because this is a degree 3 polynomial. All right, hopefully this helped you out. And until next time, keep doing your math homework fast and accurately.